Welcome back, everybody, to the Chicago Bears franchise as we head into Week 6, taking on a division rival, the Minnesota Vikings, struggling right now at 1-4 as we had a nice bounce-back win against the Jaguars, 45-3 in prime time after that just disaster loss against Green Bay. But if we can take care of Minnesota, we go to New Orleans, I think we can take care of them. But after that, you see Falcons, then a 3-game stretch of Bills, Bucks, Patriots, come back for the Jets, and Lions away on that Monday night before their bye, and you can see the remaining schedule down the stretch. This is not easy. I mean, there's a few games you think you can win, but everything is going to be up in the air. Now, as for this run game, Keaton Mitchell has come back from injury, averaging 6.2 a carry. So far, the 2 games he's been in, I mean, he's been absolutely fantastic. Last game, 13 for 85, a couple of touchdowns. Kyle Monungai has been running the ball pretty efficiently. Best game of his career, 13 for 98 and a touchdown last week. So it makes you want to think, with DeAndre Swift and his contract up after this season, will you make a trade? Could you trade him before the deadline, trust in the backs you have with Keaton Mitchell and Monungai, and just go forward? So I wanted to see what we could get for DeAndre Swift, and looking at it, it's not a whole lot. Yeah, Jaden Blue, just get another back return. I don't really want that. So honestly, I'm just going to roll with it, I think. I think we're going to just keep DeAndre Swift on the team. Look at these injuries for Minnesota. Man, they are hammered with injuries. But we're going to keep them. Yeah, look at this. Jones, Turner, Cashman, Van Ginkel. Man, they're hammered right now with injuries. That's probably why they're 1-4 at the moment. But yeah, we're going to keep DeAndre Swift. I think we can make almost a Super Bowl run this year. We'll see what happens next year in the offseason. If he goes, he goes. We trust in the backs that we got. So let's take a look at also mock draft number 1. Jake Benedict, right now they're saying number 1 to the Raiders at quarterback. And obviously this will always change based off the end of season standings and, team needs. Man, a lot of defensive tackles. That is like 7 defensive tackles in the top 20. Absolutely insane. Let's see who they have us taking. A wide receiver. Nick Santiago. There's no way. We're not taking a wide receiver in the first round. We do not need that in the first. That's insane. Why would you even think that? I mean, DJ Moore might be a trade, this coming up off season. We'll see, but we're good. Adunze, Luther Burden. We can fill in receivers. We got Colston Loveland. I don't see how that's a plausible draft pick. All right, critical game this week. Division games can always be tough. Defensive backs can't hang with their guys. So we want to open up the playbook when it comes to our passing concepts. Exploit the mismatch. We won't split up so many yards. Won't matter what happens on our defense. All right. I guess we'll agree. So we're not going to get anything negative here. I don't know. I don't like these scenarios. I think they need to really change them up. To me, it's just stale. All right, 3 spec catch for receivers for this game today. Yeah, something's got to change with these things. It's kind of the same thing every time. That's why I feel like sometimes I skip a few of them. Because I'm like, what's the point? I mean, you're just going to have a game day thing. We're going to probably have to get DJ Moore like 30 catches here today. But in reality, I mean, just change them up. There's nothing different from them. It's the same scenes. It's the same thing. If you want to have this in the game, have a bunch of different scenarios per game or something you have to do, I guess. But in reality, like I've said, I know it's a game, obviously, but we want to win the game first. I think everything you get, like you got to get DJ Moore or 8 catches, 3 passing touchdowns for the goal, but it should say, and win the game. To me, it shouldn't really matter. Unless you're trying to do a dev upgrade, I get that as a single player. But we want to win the game first. That's what it's all about. You play to win the game. So that's what we're trying to do here today against Minnesota. Get a nice little win streak going at 2 in a row. All right, let's hop into this game. Week 6 underway. Caleb Williams back to throw, looking down the field. Plenty of time to throw. Going up top for DJ Moore, and he's got the grab. A fantastic start. 61 yards. And we're down to the 4. First and goal. Caleb floats it perfectly. Adunze's got it. Touchdown. Just like that. Just a few plays in. And that terrible celebration. I mean, I got to realize what button that is to hit that celebration and never do it again. Seriously, it's really bad. But, man, what a start. Right down the field. And here comes J.J. McCarthy. Technically 3rd season now. trying to turn this season around. They don't want to go 1-5 as Jordan Mason with a solid carry. Obviously, Aaron Jones is out. So Mason, but Mason is still a solid running back. I feel like you don't lose a whole ton with Mason back there. 3rd and 2. There's JJ with the catch. I mean, can we like quad team him or something? Because, I mean, the dude is, you got to say he's probably the number 2 best receiver in football in my rankings. I mean, Jamar Chase to me is 1, but JJ's right there at 2. Is McCarthy, and there he is again. Justin Jefferson with the catch. Just put it kind of in his radius, and he'll probably go up and get it. Absolute animal receiver. 2nd and 9. Mason in the backfield. They hand him the ball, but Jermaine Edmonds, nice read. Knowing he's probably going to bounce it to the outside, just follow him, stay patient, make the tackle. Keep this to a 3rd and 10. They go trips on the left. McCarthy to throw. Going up top, looking for his man. That's Addison, but it's going to be knocked away for Jalen Johnson. Nice play there. Incomplete, and Minnesota's going to settle for 3. All right, 7-3 lead. Get this run game with Swift, man. Look at that lane. Swift, I don't know why we cut to the left. Probably could have kept going to the right or up the field. But anyway, it's a nice run of a 1st down. Move the chains. Now Monungai will be in the game. We're going to drop back to throw. Caleb looking. Has a wide open. Colston Loveland down the field. He has got it for a 1st down. Man, all of a sudden, we saw about, a couple games ago throughout the season, through week 4, our averages for passing were not good. Now we're just hitting big plays. As DJ Moore with the grab continues to drag the defenders, and he is a little bit shaken up, so we'll have to check that out. But we're down to the 8. He's heading to the locker room. That's no good. That's no good. They're bringing heat. Underneath the Swift. Cuts it up. Swift is going to be tackled down at the 2. Nice hit there. 3rd and goal now from the 2. Caleb rolling out, looking. Oh, had a Dunze there. Oh, we could have thrown it to a Dunze, but didn't trust it. It's an abdominal tear for DJ Moore. So that is a multi-week injury. We won't get the goal of 8 catches, but we're going to go for it on 4th and goal. There you go, wide open, caught Luther Burden, touchdown. Got to stay aggressive in these situations. Caleb Williams firing all cylinders so far in this game. Go in and now take a double-digit lead. 14-3. Luther Burden is really turned into maybe the number 1 guy on this team. I don't know. Him and Adunze are back and forth, I would think. And here is Keaton Mitchell with the run. Picks up 4 as we end the 1st quarter. Keaton Mitchell's a beast, man. Absolute animal. 3rd and 4. Look out. You're going to throw it down the field. Have him open! Oh, just overthrow Adunze. Had him. Just missed him. Incomplete, so we'll have to punt. All right, here comes McCarthy in this Vikings offense. Just one okay drive. There's Hawkinson for the grab. He'll pick up the 1st. Get up to the 47-yard line. We're going to hand it off to Mason. What? Nice tackle by Adrian Davis. The 1st-round pick. Solid tackle there on the outside. And now a 3rd and 12. McCarthy just underneath. Caught by Addison. Not even close. That is a terrible, I don't know. You're just hoping your receiver makes a play or something. I don't know. So they're going to have to punt, but Jared Rolfe's going to block it. The block kicks are just out of control. Now it's a block punt, which is a rarity. But Jared Rolfe gets in there, makes the block, gives us insane field position now. Single back is Swift, but play action. Wide open, caught Luther Burden. He's brought down before he can get in there, but it is a 1st down grab all the way down to the 1. And see if we can just punch this in. We're going to play action, though. Looking for that passing touchdown to Colston Loveland. Touchdown. Got to get the passing touchdowns right for the goal. Yeah, there we go. We're good to go. Colston Loveland, TD, 21-3 lead. Defense playing well. Offense now, they're clicking. They're clicking as Ruben Hippolyte comes through to make a nice stop. We're clicking right now. Minnesota's got some troubles, that's for sure. 3rd and 4, JJ looking around. He's going to run out of time. There was Thibodeau there. I'm not sure who else cleaned it up at the moment, but there you go. That's a sack. That's a punt. Put our offense back on the field. 4:15 left here in this first half. In the zone. Look out. Just got to get rid of that ball. Nice throw to Jalen Coker for the first. And obviously steps in now because you got the injury to DJ Moore. So Coker will be brought in, get more playing time here the rest of the game as we hand off to Swift. But with this lead, if we get Swift going, we get Keaton Mitchell going, might not really have to worry about a third receiver, especially you've got Cole Kmet and Colston Loveland at tight end. A little bit more 2 tight end sets possibly. We hand off to Mitchell. Mitchell cuts it up, cuts it back. I mean, he is so explosive. You just get the ball in this guy's hands. I mean, I feel like almost every time you give him a little bit of a space, it could be a touchdown. Just like this. Look around the edge. He's just able to cut around the edge when it looks like maybe it's still a solid run of 7 or 8 yards. He just gets around with that speed, cuts it up for 15. 2nd and 7. Caleb looking, running out of time. Just nobody open. Probably should have stepped up and see if we could have scrambled with him. Hoffman is there for the sack. 3rd and 16. Looking, caught. I don't know why Jalen Coker did that. Why'd you slide down? Could have got more, but that's okay. Let's just settle for 3 and go into halftime up 24-3. So right now, dominating this game here against Minnesota. Just have to keep it up in the second half. Don't want another collapse in the 4th quarter like we did against Green Bay. All right, let's go to halftime report, see what's going on around the league. Big game here, AFC North, classic rivalry, Steelers-Ravens. Derrick Henry continues to do it, makes a man miss in the open field. That was pretty nasty, actually. And he is off to the races. Derrick Henry gone. Lamar Jackson, 11-12, 2 touchdowns. And they beat the Steelers 35-20. And the defending champs looking good as Lamar Jackson back from injury. Buffalo, San Francisco. Buffalo, who we will see in about, 3 weeks from now? As Brock Purdy. They're trying to bounce back from that loss against the Cardinals as they go up top. Look at this catch. Is that Brandon Ayuk against Milano? Safety can't do anything about it. Touchdown. They got a 17-14 lead here at halftime against Buffalo. All right, let's go down to Carolina. You got 2 sputtering teams here at 1 and 4. See what anybody can do here. As in the rain too, so that's just a terrible game to watch. But Bryce Young throws to the back of the end zone, has his open receiver, and has caught. Touchdown. They have a 14-6 lead here at halftime. That'd be Let's McMillan with the TD. Carolina, you got to turn things around, man. They might be looking at a new quarterback, that is for sure. As we take a look at the rest of the games, Detroit, Green Bay Monday night, so we'll have to wait on to see what happens there in our division. Okay, second half. Minnesota's going to start with the ball. Underneath by Jordan Addison. Caught, but Jared Roth is there to make the nice stop. 3rd and 7. Let's see if we get some heat here on McCarthy. Just going to bring 4. He's looking down the field. Has plenty of time. He's going to sling this one up. And this one's going to be incomplete. Intended for Jefferson. Out of the back of the end zone anyway. And the Vikings will punt this ball away. Now they would get a stop. They'll get the ball back. So nothing really happening so far in this 3rd quarter as they hand to Mason to the outside. Edmonds is there. Nice tackle. But Jared Roth is a little bit shaken up there. I mean, that was a big tackle for, being on the run. That was a fantastic stop. And, Hawkinson with the grab. Beats Hippolyte in coverage. That's the thing we're going to have to think about, too. I mean, with the cap situation, Edmonds is going to be a free agent. Man, it's so tough. Bruce Soldier for Roth. Shoulder. He should be able to return. In the middle, that's a terrible throw. Davis with his first career interception. McCarthy had Hawkinson, and he just threw behind him. And the rookie Davis with the pick. Turnover on downs when Minnesota was driving here. That just kills their momentum. Can our offense get it going here? And the run game is where you got to get to. But Unguy with the carry. It's a first down. They're bringing blitz. We picked it up, though. We have the catch with Luther Burden, who cuts it up in a first down. Great protection this time from the offensive line. Man, what a game so far. 14-15, 204, 3 touchdowns here for Caleb Williams. Honestly, I don't know if we're ever going to win the MVP with him as Luther Burden cuts it up another catch, just due to the fact that, you know, Burrow and guys like that just dominate. We're right there with them. I mean, if we don't win an MVP throwing 40-some touchdowns and 5,000 yards, it's going to be a little bit rough. Handoff to Keaton. Mitchell cuts it up. Mitchell with the spin move. He's down to the 9. Give him 17. But the season right now Caleb Williams is having is, I mean, it's up there. 2nd and goal. Caleb underneath. There's Cole Kmet. He's in for the touchdown. And touchdown number 4 today for that guy right there, Caleb Williams. He has been absolutely fantastic. And it's a blowout, 31-3. So this is a second straight blowout we got here. And honestly, it never changed any of the settings. So nothing has been changed. It's the same stuff. It's just, I'm telling, oh, look at, okay. All right. Hockenson mossed him for the touchdown. This is my theory. I've said this years prior if you've been here before. If you're new, and this is kind of, you know, you're new to here. I mean, for me, when it comes to Madden, once you get in the morale of, you know, morale's at 50 to start the season. And that's kind of like your baseline for sliders as well. It makes a huge difference. Keaton Mitchell makes a move. He's going to be gone. Touchdown. 44 yards. This guy's insane. I mean, I know that as a Ravens fan. I've seen him in the past. I'd love to see him get on the field, but take a look at this. That's a great block, first of all, in 41. But there's not much there. And just nice vision, cutting it up, and then one man to miss here in the safety. And which way? Do you go in, out? Boom, go out. King's not going to be able to catch up to him with the speed. And see you later. Keaton Mitchell, gone. Touchdown. This is why I signed him. I just knew what he was. And it just, you know, was terrible. They got hurt for the first, 3 or 4 weeks of the season. But he's back now. He's back. And yeah, we're going to have to get him more touches. It's Kayvon Thibodeau for the sack. But let me get back to what I was saying. Yeah, morale makes a huge difference. It's such a massive difference once you get later in the season. Especially if you face against teams that, overall, they're not too bad. It's just they're having a losing season, so the morale is not there. I don't know how J.J. McCarthy got away from those two guys, as he dumps it off to Hockenson on a 4th and 12, and they will be short. That'll pretty much, I would say, about do it. But that's why when you come to the playoffs, you're facing teams that have morale just as much as you. So it's a little bit tougher. And it just makes a huge deal, and sometimes sliders, you won't change sliders, and you'll just be like, what is happening? Why am I blowing out some of these teams? What is going on? To me, it comes down to morale. Always has been. And in reality, I wish that was, you know, not a big thing in the play style, but it definitely makes a huge difference. It really does. Because I haven't changed anything, and now we're getting later in the season. You got a 1-4 Vikings team. They're just not there. And, you know, you take them down easily. So, I don't know. We'll see. Well, I'm going to have to make some adjustments depending. I don't like to make adjustments per game. You kind of got to let sliders and stuff go every 2 games and then figure it out from there. And then it's got to be like a common game. You'll just get into kind of like a slider-itis in the sense. You'll just get crazy trying to change them every game. Honestly, I just wish you could keep sliders at 50. To be honest with you, I wish I could, because it's just every time change them. And that's to me, I want ratings to matter. These guys are rated for a certain reason. You know, it shouldn't matter what sliders I do. If I'm facing a 98 overall, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, whatever, it should be tough to stop them. If I'm taking on, you know, a lesser quarterback, maybe a mid-tier to bottom-tier quarterback, it should be defensively, hey, he might get his plays. He's still an NFL player. But come on, like, I should be able to shut him down a little bit, especially if I have a really solid defense. You know, if I have like an 89 defense, I don't know. I should be able to shut teams down most of the time. It's just tough. Sometimes I feel like ratings really don't matter that much in this game, which is not what you want. But DJ Moore, yeah, 3 to 5 week injury. Like that change. See, that's a good change. I like the, multi-weeks. I like the doubtful. That's really cool game time decision. But because of that injury, we're going to go to our practice squad. Devontae Walker. I was thinking about Burton as well. But we're just going to bring up Devontae Walker, sign him from the practice squad, get us extra depth at receiver, because we'll need it, obviously, just in case another injury happens. But Walker's going to be brought up. I think he's solidly. Can't believe he's just sitting in free agency. But Matthew Lockley, a UDFA we signed, right now sitting at the number 5-6 corner. We're going to put him on our practice squad. Hopefully he does not get stolen. But as you can see, Saints up next, 4-2, but look at their point differential, -11. So I just think they're overachieving. Rating-wise, they're not the greatest team. You got Atlanta, who we'll see after them at 4-2. Tyler Shuck, though, he's having a better sophomore season here. 11 touchdowns, 5 picks, completion percentage up. The problem is the dude is already like 27 years old. So that's an issue. Now, the Lions, that was a terrible game. They lost 41-3. He threw 3 picks, 91 yards. Not good. But he bounces back against the Chargers in a victory. 161, 2 touchdowns, 15-17. Very solid game there. The problem for them, too, is injuries. I think Kamara is not going to be there. But Tony Estrada, you can see, no sacks so far. Only 18 total tackles. He was the number 2 pick in the draft. The number 2 pick, we'll have to see him here today. And let's take a look. Look at this draft class, though. Jordan Rosario, he's a 99 speed. Wow. 99 speed receiver. Let's go to their tight end. You got Jeremiah Wilkins, 76 overall. So maybe the Saints within another year or two, they could be solid. Yeah, you got Markel Goldston, 93 speed, 90 acceleration, is 74 overall. Good carrying already at 89. So they had a solid draft class. They really did. Offensively, I think they look solid. Obviously, taking Strada as your number 1 pick defensively. So maybe the Saints will be on the rise. I'm just saying. With Tyler Shuck, he's only a normal dev. He's going to have the great season get up to possibly star. But the dude, he's like already 27 years old. So I don't know. We'll see. But these uniforms for the New Orleans Saints, these classic unis, look fantastic. We have the classics on as well. So I kind of like this matchup. Here we go. Both 4-2 teams. We head into week 7. Let's get this underway. And we just open field tackling sometimes. It is such hit or miss. 3rd down and inches. They're trying to tush push. Here was Shuck, and he runs into Grady Jarrett. Not a guy you want to run into. They'll be stuffed. I don't think they're going to go for this one here. They won't. All right, Caleb Williams, 12 touchdowns on the season. No picks yet. Completion percentage good. Top 3 in pass yards. Putting up an MVP season. So we hand off to Swift, who cuts it up. And Swift picks up around 7. Now, how do we adjust? And we at least had a whole game content without DJ Moore. So how do you adjust with that? Where's Jalen Coker at? How does he fit in? How do you get maybe Duvernay, maybe other guys involved, and maybe Luther Burden and Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet all step up here? We'll see. Maybe more run game. 2nd and 13 underneath. There's Colston Loveland going forward, picking up good yardage. Makes this a 3rd and 2 as Jonah Jackson with bruised ribs. He'll be fine. 3rd and 2. Quick throw. There's Luther Burden for the grab and a 1st down. And once again, everybody out there watching right now, thank you so much for all the support. Just keep hitting that like button. If you're watching this right now, you have not subscribed, please subscribe. That would really obviously help me out. That'd be great. See more Bears franchise action. See some more Purdue Dynasty. That'll be coming up shortly as well. As Swift to the edge. He's in for the touchdown. Right down the field we go. Our offense has been rolling the last 2 weeks. We're taking on a defense that is just not that great. So we could have another opportunity today to just get this offense rolling. 7-0 lead. 3rd and 5, we bring the blitz off the edge, and Edmonds, unblocked, brings down Shuck. And that's a quick 3 and out there for New Orleans. Head into the 2nd quarter, just a 7-0 game. Possessions have been very limited. As Swift getting around the edge. This is why I'm saying, you know, we could have traded DeAndre Swift. There's no doubt. We could have got something for him. But I like him. I like Swift. Mitchell was injured earlier in the season. So, you know, I just, health-wise, want to keep as is. And I know Manungai's pretty good as Burden can't hang on to that third down throw. So we'll try a 55-yard field goal here from Santos. But you know, do I want Manungai as that number 2 guy? I don't know. I think he's fine where he's at right now, and he absolutely hits that one home. Kick is up. It's good. It's 10-0. They only have 1 pass yard so far. Up the middle, good run. That's a first down up to the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First and 10, hand back off to Pearson. Hippolyte all over it. Fantastic stop. Third down and 12. Shuck to throw. Looking down the field. It's a 4 verts. Please get rid of that play too. I still see that all the time. They call it 4 verts so many times. It's ridiculous. That play's got to get out of here. Or at least the play style's got to go. First and 10. Shuck rolling out down the field. There's Olave for the grab and a first down. I know they made such a big deal about, oh, you know, the play calling based off analytics. It's going to be, you know, AI driven. And you just keep calling damn 4 verts. Yeah. Hippolyte with a nice tackle on the outside. Man, he is a tackle machine right now, leading us in tackles. Never would have thought that. I thought Edmond'd still be there, but Hippolyte is the guy. Over the middle, and he misses Olave, overthrows him, incomplete. And that will be a Saints punt once again. There's Keaton Mitchell. There's Keaton Mitchell. Picks up 18 yards. Telling you, you give this guy a little bit of space, it's going to be lights out for sure. 2:50 left in this first half. Mitchell around the edge. He's going to beat one defender, and he's off to the races. One more to beat. He can't get out of there, but still up to the 21. First down, 4 carries, 58 yards here in this first half. I mean, this guy is an absolute machine. Get that play off right before the 2-minute warning. It's Caleb Williams. Fires. Got it. Luther Burden. That is a tough throw. Nice catch by Burden down to the 3. And first and goal now from the 3. As we're going to hand this off to Swift. He's got a touchdown. He's in. Number 2 for DeAndre Swift. Okay, not sure what that celebration is. All right. All right, well, we'll take the lead again. Continue it here. We already have the lead, but 17-0. See what New Orleans does here. 2 minutes left in this first half. Shuck looking. Can't find anybody, but he's got plenty of running room, and we completely whiff with Davis. That's what I'm saying. Open field tackling, it's so hit or miss. It's not like I'm not close to him, not hitting the tackle button, and it's just nothing happens. I don't know sometimes. And then he got this. It's just a great open field tackle. I don't know. 56 seconds left. Shuck looking around. Oh, he just beat us to the spot. And because of the animation of him kind of stumbling doesn't allow us to bring down Mechie. Infuriating sometimes. Shuck underneath. Caught. Got to make that tackle there. Down to the 4. They still have a timeout, so they got plenty of time. 12 seconds left, though. Shuck is going to be hit by Davis. They'll call their last timeout. So 7 seconds left. Shuck looking. Oh, he went the other way. That is a nice job. We had 2 lanes. We had to take one to try, and Shuck just took the other one. He's in for the touchdown. So New Orleans, a fantastic last 2 minutes there. Waste up all the time. Get a touchdown right back in the game. It's 17-7. I feel like we're kind of asleep at the moment in this game. We should be dominating more than we're doing. We're just kind of letting them hang around. That is never good in the NFL. 2 5-1 teams though. Philadelphia. You get Barkley. I think Barkley's just about back, but they have been playing so well. As Devontae Smith is going to take this to the house. 2 touchdowns for Hurts. Cam Ward had a pretty good game, but 6-1 Eagles. They win 31-21. There's that celebration again. Okay, well there you go. But hey, the Titans, Cam Ward up there. Raiders at 1-5, Steelers at 2-4. You got a rookie quarterback. in Pittsburgh, and you got a crazy catch there from Pat Freiermuth. Unbelievable grab. Yeah, 7-7 here at halftime. It's not, I don't know. That's one of those games. It's just like, All right, same with this. Who's going to control the NFC South, which is right now, New Orleans, who we're seeing, but I don't know. This could be going down to the wire, but Bucky Irvin, what a run. Hurdles over 2, gets upended, but falls in the end zone. Baker, a couple touchdowns, and they beat them there. You got Green Bay tied, Minnesota down, and looks like the Lions are on their bye week. So if we can come out of here with a victory, solid second half, go to 5-2, we're probably going to be in the division lead right back at it after that disaster loss to Green Bay. That's what you get with schedule. Sometimes it just doesn't, you blow those games, but hey, you got to come right back. And we've been playing just lights out ball ever since that game. To Burden up the sidelines. Burden running room all the way down to the 4. You got a linebacker in Luther Burden? Probably not a good idea. And it's the Swift on 2nd and goal. Not much there. And Swift is shaking up a little bit. He's getting into it there as well, but he's a tad bit shaken up. All right, 3rd and goal from the 5. Can we punch this one in? And going up for Colston Loveland. He will not be able to bring it down. Incomplete. Bruised ribs for Swift. We would go for a field goal. And you know what? I might actually keep Swift out for the rest of this game. We'll see. Give this ball to Keaton Mitchell. Picks up just 9 easily. 2nd and 1. There better be somebody back there. And Mitchell does take a hit, but up the sidelines. Got a first down. He's got 6 carries for 77 yards. Now back to throw underneath. There's a Dunze for the grab up the sideline. First down. Only 166 through the air so far in this game. They've been shutting us down through the air. Go underneath. I don't know about that. But now Dunze's shaking up. Hopefully he is okay. If we lose him too, man, our receiving core is going to look not good. But he's got bruised ribs as well. The common injury should be able to return. Oh, man. Keaton Mitchell was wide open. We just couldn't get it to him. And that's going to be stopped us. All right, 4th and 3. I think we're going to go for this one here. Over the middle. There you go, Luther Burden. He's got it in a first down. So funny when sometimes you rewatch stuff and it's almost like you're watching the All-22 game. You're like, oh, man, I missed that guy, What are we doing? Hand off to Manangai. Nice move. Cuts it back. Picks up 8. He's up to the 15. This is a time-consuming drive as well. That's what I like to see. Just got to end in 6. For the middle, that's a tough throw. Man, that's close. As Jalen Travis, the right tackle we just traded for, he's hurt. We cannot lose another right tackle. Wouldn't you know, bruised ribs. We're going to go for this one as well. 4th and 2 instead of taking the 3. We're going for it. Blitz from New Orleans. But underneath, caught Jalen Coker. Fantastic grab, just enough for the first. And the chains continue to roll here. We can still get another first down. Hand off to Mitchell. Cuts it up. We won't have to worry about it because Keaton Mitchell just right through there. Just a burst. See you later. Touchdown. Keaton Mitchell. Swift's still going to be our 1. But we might have a complete split now. We might. It's 26-7 here in the 3rd quarter. We did try to go for 2, but we missed it. But Shuck's going to be brought down. That is Jared Roth with the sack. He's actually made quite an impact. I think it was a reach for a pick in the 2nd round, but he's been very good. As Gordon gets the 2nd foot down, he's going to get a pick. Turnover on downs. Fantastic play, Kyler Gordon. There you go. Our defense playing well today. Just that one really bad drive. That's about it. 2nd and 15. Screen to Mitchell. That's what I mean. Just get the ball in this guy's hands. Keaton Mitchell up the sideline. He's up to the 41 and a first. I'm saying right now, I was thinking maybe like 10 touches a game for him, but now what he has been doing, it's got to be more than that. That's a nice tackle off the edge. He just didn't block with Werner there. Maybe 15 touches a game, 10 runs, maybe 5 catches, something around that. Just to see is, come on, you got to hang on to that ball there on the outside. It's going to be incomplete. Turnover on downs, but up 26-7. I trust in our defense. That's why I decided to go for it. Shuck looking, firing. That's a nice catch from Olave. Jalen Johnson, for an X factor, sometimes gets a little bit lost back there. Shuck looking around, runs out of time. Everybody covered. Nice coverage sack. Dexter Sr. in there to bring him down. Field goal here for New Orleans still puts us within 2. Well, 2 possessions. So they still would take a field goal here. All right, Jalen Johnson. There you go. Knock it away. Not even attempting for the pick. That's just a bad idea there. So they'll bring out the field goal unit. It's not blocked, and it's up and good. So this is still just a 2-possession game. It's not like this game is completely over. I know we have less than 5 minutes left, but this offense has got to put together a drive here to get something. Wide open receiver is Adunze. Back from the bruised ribs. Breaks off a tackle. He's down to the 24. That's what you want to see. Throw again. Caleb, look out, just dumping underneath, getting a nice block, get into the hands of this dude right here. He'll pick up 9. 2:50 left. He scored a touchdown here. It's probably a ball game. And wide open over the middle. What a route. I don't know if you saw that play. The kind of trips with the running back. And, man, that was a crazy whip route to bring back from Adunze. I mean, absolutely wide open for the touchdown. And I think we can pretty much close this one out here today against New Orleans. 33-10 is going to be your final. And, man, this offense is rolling. We're throwing the ball well. Keaton Mitchell is just turned into an absolute star right now. 21-29, just a touchdown for Caleb Williams. 265 through the air. But, yeah, Swift had a good game. 62 yards, a couple of touchdowns. But Keaton Mitchell, 12 for 101. 8.4 a carry. He had himself a touchdown. Manungai 7 for 20, so not as productive. But, man, Keaton Mitchell, and then he thrown the ball. He has 4 catches for 46 yards. You get the ball in this dude's hands, good things will happen. So, yeah, 7 catches combined for 77 yards from our backs. That is a very productive game from the backfield. There's no doubt about it, man. Swift and Keaton Mitchell could be a heck of a duo. But our defense, just the one really bad drive. That's about it at the end of the half, and we kind of shut him down. But Adrian Davis, I didn't see, but I didn't check it prior to the game. He is a superstar dev. So our first-round pick, traded up to get him. He is a superstar dev. That is awesome to see. So we have won 3 in a row. So have Detroit. We are 5-2. Lions 4-2. Packers have now lost 2 straight games. So after our, now they're struggling a little bit, but still, it's right there. We've only allowed 81 points through 7 games. That's how good our defense has been. Man, what a turnaround from last year. Last year was just a disaster. But look at the games for Keaton Mitchell now. 92 previous, the Vikings won 101. Just continuing the rise. The averages are crazy. I mean, he's already close to DeAndre Swift in rushing yards just after 4 games. Wild stuff. I mean, what a guy here. It's amazing. So that'll bring us to the end of this one. Next week, man, it's going to be, you got 2 primetime games. You got Atlanta, Buffalo. These are going to be some tough games here. There is no doubt about it. But nice job. Won now 3 in a row. Keaton Mitchell's looking like a stud. And hopefully we just continue to win ways. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.